What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Pound for Pound himself, and I'm definitely in the house. Just doing my video on the late, great Ken Norton, who passed away. Born on August 9th, 1943, passed away from us just a few days ago, September 18th, 2013. Ken Norton, all-time legend of the sport. He was an American heavyweight boxer. He was an old WBC World Heavyweight Champion. He was best known for his 12-round victory over Muhammad Ali. He also fought Ali 2 other times, by the way, for a total of 3 fights. In the first fight, however, he did break Ali's jaw, and not to mention, that was in the 70s. It was early 70s, 73, so Ali was still prime. And only one guy beat Ali prior to Norton, and that was Frazier. So when Norton beat Ali, it was still a big deal back then. And he broke his jaw, which, who didn't want to do that to Ali back then, who was a detractor of Ali or who was a fan of other fighters? They'd love to see Ali get his jaw broke because he just talked so much. So Ken Norton definitely seen, just right then and there, probably one of his career highlights. Of course, he later on went on his career and had, many great fights, notably with Larry Holmes. My God, if you guys haven't seen that fight, go back and watch that fight. That fight was a brawl. In 1974, he fought George Foreman, had a little bit of bad luck in that there, but in 75, he regained the NABF heavyweight title when he beat Jerry Quarry by knockout in 5 rounds. And if you guys haven't seen that fight, check it out. That was a pretty impressive performance by Norton. Looked really good. And then also, just to mention, that fighter that did beat Norton, Jose Luis Garcia, Norton did avenge that loss later on in his career, knocking out Garcia in 5 rounds also. I forgot to mention that. But the Larry Holmes fight, like I said, you guys got to watch that fight. It was a good fight. I checked it out. Loved the fight. It just shows why these guys are legends, you know what I mean? It was 15 brutal rounds, you know what I mean? And Holmes got a decision, but it was close. It was real close. The scorecards were 143, 142 for Holmes, 143, 142 for Holmes, and 143, 142 for Norton. That's as close as you can get it. And Press Row actually had it 143, 142 Norton. So, you never know what went on with that decision. It looked like a good fight to me. You guys go ahead and watch the fight. You tell me who you thought won. But as far as Norton's concerned, definitely one of the great heavyweights of all time. Although he had his ups and downs in his career, he will always be known as a good man, a good gentleman, as well as a great prize fighter. He did retire for a while, and then after retiring, he came back, and he actually beat a few guys. He beat Tex Cobb by decision, who was previously undefeated. And then the year after, unfortunately, he fought Jerry Cooney, who was ranked number 1, and who eventually knocked out Ken Norton in the first round, and that became his last fight. Ken Norton had a great career, 42 fights, 33 by knockout, and he lost 7 times, fought to 1 draw. So I'm sorry, 42 wins. Sorry about that. He's seen the ring. He knew the ring. He was a savant mentally when it came to boxing. Lived through it, and it was a pleasure to see him fight. It was a pleasure to see all the fights that he's been in and just and experience and get knowledge from him and learn, because I've learned from his style. So, like I said, if you guys haven't seen him, YouTube him. If you guys don't know much about Mr. Ken Norton, get on the internet, educate yourself. And you might actually find out that he was in a movie. He was in a movie called Mandingo in 1975. So, interesting guy, Ken Norton. Rest in peace, champion. You'll be missed. This is Mr. Pound for Pound, signing off.